Well, there's a possible crisis in the classroom over a state education scholarship trust fund being improperly enrolled in public schools. More than 1,000 South Carolina students were awarded taxpayer-funded school vouchers last year and later withdrew or were removed due to eligibility concerns. Our Berlice Pimentel is following that story. What are people saying, and will any of that money, Berlice, be paid back?
State lawmakers say the problem is taxpayer dollars were spent and probably won't be paid back. The controversy comes after 1,005 student accounts were suspended and some of the money in them was already spent. Critics say the Department of Education didn't look into everything they should have, and students who didn't qualify were receiving the vouchers that did.
People who are applying for the money are getting this money that should not have gotten the money. We have people from out of state applying for this money, and we are seeing the mistakes that are happening right here in front of our eyes. Taxpayers have to foot the bill like always.
Richland County Democrat Jermaine Johnson calling out the State Department of Education for giving taxpayer-funded school vouchers to ineligible students. The $3.1 million education scholarship fund was awarded to 3,000 South Carolina students to attend private schools for the 2024 to 2025 school year. 1,005 accounts were suspended or students withdrew for enrollment eligibility issues after they already received a $1,500 payment. State education officials say they first found the problem after their first student count on the 45th day of school. They realized hundreds of students were still enrolled in public schools.
And that's the problem that I continue to see is the kids who truly do need the resources are not the ones who are receiving it. We have individuals who are gaming the system who are receiving these dollars that should not have gotten access to these funds.
The education fund was put in place by a state law that has been challenged in court. Johnson says state leaders should be investing in public schools before private school vouchers are a part of the conversation. WACH Fox News reached out to State Education Chief Ellen Weaver's office to ask if any of the money will be recovered and how any remaining funds will be spent properly. In a statement, a state education spokesperson saying, quote, "Prior to receiving any funds, parents are required to attest in writing that they will not be enrolled in their residentially zoned public schools." The department confirmed ESTF participants' eligibility again before distributing funds for the second, third, and fourth quarters. State education officials did not comment on the amount of remaining money. Dr. Shawnette Parker with National School Choice Awareness says it's not always about the money. People misusing the program shouldn't discredit it.
I just wish that sometimes we need to step back from the money conversation. I know that's hard, but really look at it and say, what is the best benefit to children and to the teachers who are teaching in these classrooms?
Parker says it's about providing resources to students and families. State Rep Johnson says he's a product of both private and public education and wants students to have several options, but says improvements need to be made in public schools first.
We do believe that some of these kids will need to go, but is this money truly going to the ones who truly do need it? Until we fully invest in public education, we should not be trying to divert funds to private schools.
The Department of Education says they'll have more information on whether or not funds will be recuperated from recipients' accounts in their year-end report. They say it's set to be finalized in the upcoming weeks. In Columbia, I'm Berlice Pimentel, WACH Fox News, Local First.